Hello, everybody. This is Erin Lefebvre, and I am going to do one herb lesson. I don't know what the herb is. I'm actually going to pick a card from the Herb Crafters Tarot deck to surprise even myself. Plus, I'll be giving you some little bit of information about a secret meeting coming up September 25th. So first, I'm going to pull a card. I don't know which one it's going to be. I love the Herb Crafters Tarot because it actually comes with a really handy little booklet. The booklet has information about the herb itself, plus little ideas of how to use the herb in ways that are, like herbal remedies, but also ways to get in right relationship with the plant and to interact with the plant as well. So each card has a little description and some activities. I just really love this book. It's just, even though it's so small, it is packed with information. And the artwork is done by Joanna Powell Colbert, and she has also done another one called the Gaian Tarot deck, which I have. Her artwork is amazing. And then it's written by Letitia Guthrie, who's an herbalist, an herb crafter. So I love the word herb crafter, crafting with herbs. The deck is beautiful. So here's the back. And I'm going to pull a card in just a second and see if I have any knowledge of this one. There's 72 decks, or 72 cards, I believe, if I remember that right. And there is basically an herb for each card. There is a card or two that says like garden and some items like that. I'm just trying to remember. Is it 72 cards? Either way. There are a couple herbs in here that I'm not familiar with exactly, but I will see what comes up with one of these cards. I do have an herb here on the table with me just in case there's an herb in here there's different herbs in here from many parts of the world. So there are some herbs I don't know. There's a lot of plants out there. A lot of plants. Okay, so here it goes. I'm gonna just cut this. What is it? Okay, so this card is Hawthorn. Okay, so in the tarot, this one is the Lover's deck, number 6. And there we go. But they have picked Hawthorn for this particular one. There's the flowers and the leaves, and then those are the berries. So this is Hawthorn. The Lovers, and I think why they picked the Hawthorn is because Hawthorn is an herb it's really known for the heart, to help with regulating blood pressure, help tone the heart system. And the berries and the leaves are definitely both used interchangeably. And so Hawthorn is really helpful for people with blood pressure. It can actually help regulate people with low blood pressure or high blood pressure. And it's one of these really cool abilities that herbs and plants have, where they can help the body in the way that particularly the body needs. So the mechanism of how it does that is a little bit of a mystery. Even some scientific research done on herbs that do this kind of regulating, either being able to bring somebody up or down in blood pressure or blood sugar, those types of things. So the research will show, yes, it can help people. Like the same amount of the herbal preparation is ingested, and it helps the person either increase or decrease whatever they need. And the research shows that can happen, but the mechanism for how the body can, do that, how the herb can bring somebody up or down would be, we don't exactly know how that is helpful yet. How would you use it? Yes, so this is definitely added to teas, tisanes, infusions, and tinctures for sure. So it is taken internally. Its flavor, I would say, isn't like super delicious, like a lemon balm or some sort of mint. It's kind of on the bitterish side. So this is Hawthorn is definitely one to have in your herbal home apothecary, mixed in with other plants. in a tea mix. That's the way I like to have it. Some people will also take 1 ounce of dried herb of the hawthorn leaf, and you could have berry in there too, one or the other. 1 ounce dried, and then they add a quart of boiling water to it and let it steep for about anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, and then drink that. So like I said, it's not a particularly tasty like that, but you certainly could add in some mint tea after your infusion was done and then drink it like that. So hawthorn, the heart herb is what I call it. Hawthorn, the heart herb. Hashtag HHH, hawthorn, the heart herb. Really good for regulating the heart. Okay, and so this hawthorn tree, we do have some that grow in the area, but it's not, it's typically something people will plant in for landscaping. In west central Wisconsin, where I am at here, yeah, mostly on the west side, I don't see this growing naturally or native, but in other parts of Wisconsin, people have found hawthorn. So it does grow naturally in the United States and other places. It's also like known as a wishing tree. So hawthorn does have like little thorns on it. Some of the ornamental varieties have been like bred over time to have smaller thorns, but it's also associated with fairy magic and a wishing tree. So it's a beautiful plant. It has really cool leaves on it too. So that's hawthorn. And if you are looking to start your own home herbal apothecary and are sort of unsure of what to add and what certain herbs will do, my Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons are coming up to help you gain the knowledge and the understanding of how to connect with herbs and plants, how to grow them, how to harvest them. And it will help you be able to decipher which herbs you're going to want to add to your own home herbal apothecary. And I'll focus on herbs that help, that are good for a home herbal apothecary. We'll focus on herbs for emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, physical well-being, as well as go through ways to, be more in tune with your own herbal healer, your inner green witch, your inner plant priestess. And if you want to know which archetype, which 3 of those archetypes is kind of ruling your herbal pathway right now, which one you align with, I do have the Herbal Pathways quiz that you can take too. It's only like 7 questions. But anyways, so for people who are really, identify with Green Witch, Herbal Healer, Plant Priestess, the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons is a really great way to do that, to gain your knowledge, to add to your apothecary, to learn which ones you want to grow. Some of them you may just want to purchase, and it will also help you read those tea labels better, because tea labels, names will say like sleepy time tea, and you'll think, okay, well, what's in this? And then you read the ingredients list and you will start to get familiar with these types of herbs through coming through the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons. Let's see, questions here. Oh, you got the Herbal Healer, yeah. The classes will be about 45 minutes each, and they take place the Sunday before the full moon, or if the full moon lands on a Sunday, it'll be that. After 45 minutes, I'll open it up to sharing, so people can share their experience and use of the plants, of that particular plant, because we're only going to do one at a time. So for a whole full moon cycle, you'll have time to learn about that through my own plant lesson that I provide you, and also tips on what to do with it, so you can kind of, play with those herbs and start to see if those are the ones to add to your home herbal apothecary. So yeah, 45 minutes. After that, we'll open it up for sharing, open up for questions, and let everybody have some time to share amongst each other, so we can learn from each other. They will be recorded, not the sharing part, because not everybody wants to be recorded and be on camera for everybody to see, but I will share that replay link of the plant lesson with everybody through email. So you don't have to go to a course site or anything like that. Everything's coming through to you through email. Oh, hi, Stephanie. Yes, I saw that you signed up. Thank you so much. It's fun to have you back in one of the classes. Yes. Yes, focus on the herbs. So I know that people say, I want to be able to memorize them much better. And for me, I've always been able to memorize them and retain the information longer when I actually have experience and relationship with that plant in some way. So we'll be talking about that as well through the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons. And what else can I tell you? Oh, we're having a secret meeting too. So if you join in September, you get access to the first one. We're doing wild cherry tree, wild black cherry. Prunus serotina is going to be the first one, and that's September 4th. And then there's going to be a secret meeting September 25th. So you need to go to the Grow Your Apothecary page that I have. It's just a Google Doc. This is just a document you can look at, and you'll see what the secret meeting is all about. So there is one dark moon that lands on a Sunday. There's two actually in 2022, but the last one is September 25th. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a dark moon lesson, and we're calling it the secret meeting. So yes. Let's see. Will you keep the links to the monthly you were a member for if you stop after a few months? Oh, well, yes, you'll have the links because I'll be sending those links to you through email. So the replay will come to you through email, the link, and then you'll be able to watch it, and you'll have that link for, as long as it can exist on the internet. So that's a good question. So that's the way I have it set up for now. Yes, and if you can join and cancel at any time. This is not a year-long commitment. However, I know that some people want me to create a payment that they can just do one lump sum for like 6 months or a year, and I'm considering that. But right now, I only have it set up for month to month, and it's on a sliding scale. So the full price is $44 a month. But if that is not something that suits you right now, there is also $33 a month and $22 a month for those who may not be able to do the $44 a month right now. And I'm just letting people choose. I don't have requirements for what those sliding scale are, but that's what I'm offering right now for the subscription. So for each month to month that you go. And so, yeah, $44 really a month really helps me as a business owner to continue to have all the tech things and for my time and everything like that. So that is the full price. But again, I've offered some other payment options for people who need some sliding scale options so that people can have access to the herbal lessons, trying to make it helpful for everybody. And for me as a business owner to be able to continue to do these things too. So yeah, those options are available. And thank you to people who can support at the full level. And for those who need a sliding scale payment, that's there for you too. So that's great. Yes. And so we start September 4th. So if you want to get that first lesson and the secret meeting, you got to join in September. The other plants that come up, the other herbs for each month, those are will be announced, as we go, because I'm going to kind of choose the plants as they choose me, as one does as plant priestess. As a plant priestess, I'm in communion with these plants, and the ones in my yard and ones in my apothecary, in my garden, and places that I gather in the wild. And I will just, as the one speaks to me, the one that I feel most resonant with, that's the one I'll pick. And right now it's wild black cherry. So you'll get notified as a member which ones are coming, but not all of, I don't have a whole year's list right now. So there's many, many that I can pick from. Yeah, so I'll put the link up in a little bit of where to find the information on the secret meeting. And again, I'm just sending it to you to a Google document. It's not like a whole web page that I have set up. And so all the information's right in there. All right, so how about I pick one more card from the Herb Crafter Tarot and see what I can tell you about that information. Again, this is a little bit scary for me because I don't know which card is going to come up. And like I said, I don't know everything about every single herb out there. And I have relationships with some for a longer period of time and have more experience with some than others. So, you know, I have some that I love so much, know a lot about, and some I'm still learning about too. So let's see what comes up here. Let's just pull this, whatever this is. Linden. Okay. So this is linden, and they show, let's see if you can see this here. They show the plant, which is a tree. And they're also working with the, looks like the bark there too, or this twigs. Looks like they're making a fence too. So what I will say about linden, and it's interesting, linden is the part of the tree that's usually used is the flowering part is often used. And that's the one I'm most familiar with. And that, when it's made into a tea, it can kind of get like a goopy feeling, what we call mucilaginous. And it's sweet, and it's very good for mood and nervousness is one of the things that people use it for. And I'm actually going to pull up what else they say about this herb, because I'm interested in why they're showing this fencing on here. But each card in this deck always has clues to what it's used for. All right, so let me just see what this is. So yeah, this plant can it grows here in Wisconsin, where I live, and any place that has winters, it will grow as well. So it can grow in a wide variety of places, and it's also used as a landscape tree. So people plant it in their yard too. So it's really everywhere here. The bees love it. It smells so fragrant and sweet. You can smell it from blocks away sometimes before you even see it. So it makes a delicious herbal infusion, a tea, and it's typically used for like calming remedies, sleep remedies, relaxing remedies. I'm just going to see here what they say. A child weaves a wattle fence with linden branches around a small garden. It is haphazard and uneven, but effective and useful. She has protected the sage that wants to jump beyond its own borders. Oh, there must be sage in that picture too. A large linden tree stands nearby, covered in cream-colored flowers. It also has a structure on it that is kind of oval shaped, and it's attached to the flower. That part is also used as well. Let's see. Oh, like the branches of this beloved tree, she, the person who is weaving, is flexible, willing, and strong. She learns to protect her resources by surrounding them with what she loves. Yes, just as linden flowers provide medicines of joyfulness, she takes on her task with a playful air. So I'll also be talking about herbs in that way in the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons. In terms of like there's lessons that I get from each plant, and I share them with you. Some people also have the same experience. Like most people, when they smell lavender, they're like, oh, that's so relaxing. Every time I'm with this plant, I get relaxed, and so on and so forth. And those are the kinds of things I'll share with people. And like the wild black cherry, which I'll be talking about on September 4th, there's a whole relationship that was created with that tree that provided a lesson. And that's what herbs can do as well. So when you have those relationships with plants, those lessons, those experiences, and be in reciprocity with them and actually like listen to them intuitively, your depth of knowledge of those plants and the use of those plants will increase a lot more than if you just simply read books. That is my experience. All right. Okay. So those are the 2 plants that I'm picking for today. And I will post the link to the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons, and definitely take a look at that information and find out what the secret meeting is all about. I'll let you take a look at that, keep you in suspense. So thanks for joining today, and I look forward to seeing many of you in the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons coming soon. Take care.